Hey everybody! Today we'll be making my gobbling turkey. You hold it at the base and you pull the tail and his head bobs up and down. It'll be a great addition to your Thanksgiving table. We'll begin with a sheet of kami that's colored on one side and white on the other, and begin with the white side facing up. First thing we'll do is fold corner to corner, making sure that we line up the edges and the corners before we crease. And now we're going to rotate it to this position, and we're going to take the corner here at the upper right and bring it down to the folded edge. And we're going to turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. Flip it over and bring the raw edge or the cut edge to the folded edge, lining up the corners precisely before we crease. And turn it back again to the other side. Next, we're going to lift up just this single flap on this layer in the front. And we're going to lift up this corner, the doubled up flap, and we're going to bring it starting at this point. It can't go any farther than this without tearing the paper. And we're going to align the edges here along the right-hand side. And just crease it that way. And unfold. And turn it over to the other side and unfold that other flap. And take the same crease, which is a mountain on this side, and change the direction of it so it's exercised in both directions. So now it goes valley or mountain either side. And our next step is going to reverse fold this big flap here. So to do a reverse fold, holding the model open like this, we're going to change this valley starting from this crease here, push it up inside, and change it to a mountain. Once it's there, we can help it along by giving it a crease from the inside and then close it. And now we bring back this flap on this side, turn it over, and bring this flap down also. So now it's all white. The next thing we're going to do is shape the tail and shape the head. So to shape the tail, the first step is to fold this flap over, and there's no guidelines exactly where it should go, but I fold it over a little bit wider at the top than at the bottom, not much. And I leave a little triangle in here. Okay? And then for the head, I'm going to start by taking this very long skinny flap and fold it over like so. Again, there's not necessarily any landmarks, you just fold it over. Now we're going to unfold each of those two flaps and fold them in the other direction the same way we did with that big flap a few minutes ago. So turn the model over, and along this flap, that's a mountain fold now on this side, we're going to fold it as a valley. And the same thing with the top here. Where there's a mountain, change it to a valley. So now they go both ways. And turn it back to the front. Next, we're going to do what's called an outside reverse fold. That's what those creases were for. And this is a little tricky. We're going to open up the model from the side here, the neck. This is going to be the neck. And looking at it from the front here, flip, poke down right at where these two creases come together. Poke down right there, and it's going to form a little valley. And when it does, bring the model together, wrapping those two flaps around the neck. And now we've got the head. We're going to do an outside reverse fold for the tail as well, and this will make a colored tail. So if we could, we would simply flip this around like so, but we have to open it from the side, from the back rather. So opening it up, you see where these three creases come together? Pop that up. And then fold it back in half and flatten it. Okay, so there's our tail. Next we're going to do a little maneuver to release the paper that's stuck inside the head. It's trapped in there, and we're going to very gently open this flap here and pull from here the single layer very gently until it comes out, and now it's double the volume. And notice there is a fold here. We're going to make use of that now. Before it was a valley, now we're going to change it to a mountain, pinch it a little, and flatten it. So now we've made a big head where it was only a small head before. And we're going to repeat this on the other side. So turning the model over, we're going to release the trapped paper that's under here. You can see it. And we do that by pulling very gently and carefully from here. Pull that out. And then crease along here. There's a crease there already. You're changing it from a valley into a mountain. And now the head is complete except for the beak. Let's finish the head now. This is going to be a simple reverse fold. Again, there is no landmarks. You'll want to make this as big or as small as you like. And to make an inside reverse fold, I put my thumb inside this flap here and put my finger on top and flip this little flap here inside out, bringing it down as far as we like. And we're almost done shaping the head now. There you can see the colored beak. We're going to take the points here on this side and on the opposite side and blunt those points because it's too pointy. It doesn't look like a turkey's head. So just kind of flip it inside with a mountain fold. Now it's a little flatter here. Turning it over to the other side, do the same thing. Flip that point inside and try to match what you did on the other side. There we go. A couple more steps just for shaping. We can actually see it work now. If you want, you can pull the tail and the head will go up and down. So the rest is just shaping. Notice from in here, we don't want to go up past this. We want to start here and flip this little corner, make it nice and long and skinny to match the shape of a turkey. And do the same thing on the other side. And to get it to match, you simply roll that backside flap over on top of the front side and then tuck it in. Still flaps, or still gobbles rather. The last step is to give it a base. If you try to stand it up now, it may tip over, it may not. But if you want, you can give it a flatter base. So tuck this edge underneath with a mountain fold. And you may have to experiment. There's one. And then fold the other one over this edge to make it match. And there is our gobbling turkey. Have a happy Thanksgiving.